It's finally here, the Valerion VisionMaster Max. If you're familiar with Valerion, you'll know that the VisionMaster Pro 2, the version I have, has been the best and most popular one they've released so far until now. And in between the time it was announced to its imminent release, they have been taking their time tweaking it to make it a killer projector with some really cool features that you won't find in this price range. It's going right into my home theater, but before we can install it, we have to unbox and go over it. Stick around. It comes double boxed, and the first thing you have up top after you get into that packaging though is the 40 feet 8K fiber HDMI cable. That's a premium cable to include, and I think that sets the tone for what to expect from this projector. Inside that is another leather box which has a really nice feel. Inside is the projector wrapped in plastic. Let's move it out of the way for now. Under that is the accessories box with the included remote, a 180 watt power brick, and some really thick bedtime reading material. Now here it is, the Valerion VisionMaster Max. A lot of people have been waiting for a long time for this release. If you were a part of the Kickstarter, then you probably have yours already, but now's the chance for everyone else, including me, to get our grubby little hands on it. It has the same metal and glass chassis design with vents on the side and the connectivity ports around the back. 2 HDMI 2.1 ports and 1 HDMI 2.0, with port 3 having the EARC or Enhanced Audio Return channel. There's a 1 gigabit Ethernet port, 2 USBs 3.0 and a 2.0 version, as well as optical and a headphone jack. There's an IR sensor as well as the power button on the back, and that completes it. Here you can see it next to the Pro 2, which I've had for almost a year now, and the Max is actually a ½ inch or so deeper. It has a higher brightness output and just more tech stuffed inside of it, so that increase in size is to be expected. As for specs, the projector has an output of 3500 ISO lumens, so it's really bright, a 5000:1 native and a 50,000:1 dynamic contrast ratio. It has an enhanced black level and adjustable iris feature to boost contrast performance. That adjustable iris is a really great feature that you don't really find on projectors in this price range. It has a 0.9 to 1.5:1 throw ratio and a plus or minus 105-degree vertical optical shift lens as well. Again, a feature you don't typically find on projectors of this price range. The all-glass lens is interchangeable as well, so you have the option of different lenses that can change the throw ratio or even anamorphic stretch. Those lenses will be released in the future. It supports all the HDR formats, HDR10, HDR10+, Dolby Vision, HLG, and adds dynamic tone mapping functionality as well for that impactful HDR picture. It also has a new anti-rainbow effect feature which reduces the rainbow effect for those people who are sensitive to it. I'm not one of those people, thankfully, but it's a great feature to have nonetheless. Additionally, the triple laser light engine design gives the Max the ability to eliminate the speckle that you will see on some display surfaces. I've seen that in the past, which can be distracting, so I'm glad that that functionality exists here as well. Alright, so now we're back in the home theater, so it's time to ceiling mount this thing in the back of the room so we can set it up and really see what it's all about. The mount connector screws onto the projector using a 1/4 thread. Once that's attached, it can then hook onto the mount that's already screwed into the ceiling. It's pretty simple. After tightening the screws and replacing the ceiling tiles, we're good to go. Now let's first talk about the picture quality of the Max and how its home theater-centric features work in the real world. Then we have to compare it to the Pro 2 to see how big of an upgrade it actually is. In addition to the auto alignment feature that creates a square picture on any projection surface, including walls, the lens shift gives you much more ability to move the picture all the way up and down with 105% offset, in addition to the zoom functionality, so you align the projector perfectly with your screen. So there's no wasted light spilling over the borders of your screen. The EBL, or Enhanced Black Level setting, and the adjustable iris helps to improve black level performance by adjusting the size of the lens iris. There are 3 presets: off, Cinema 1 and Cinema 2, as well as manual controls from level 1 to 6. Let's take a look at how the picture looks with these settings enabled. There's a definite improvement in the contrast performance, especially when comparing side by side. But the peak brightness does take a hit when the size of the iris is reduced, which is noticeable most when comparing specular highlights. The more closed the iris is, then the better the black level performance, but also the lower the peak brightness, so it's a definite trade-off. I prefer the Cinema 1 for the balance of peak brightness and lower black floor. Here they are side by side. The picture quality of the projector is really stunning, sharp, punchy, and bright. That's what a lot of people liked about the Pro 2, including myself, but the Max takes it up a notch. This scene in Encanto with the fireworks shows that off so well too, from the specular highlights to the vibrant colors and great contrast. Here it is compared to the Pro 2. Again, the increase in brightness is the first thing you notice. The brightness output of 3000 lumens for the Pro 2 versus the 3500 for the Max. So that 500 lumen difference is pretty evident here when compared directly. It's not drastic, mind you, as you can see, but it is visible. Speaking of visible, you can see it on camera, but the speckle is less on the Max for sure. The VisionMaster 120-inch Fresnel screen that I have here reduces speckle from the Pro 2, but it wasn't completely gone, even with the screen. The Max, like with all the other features that it's implemented, takes this up a notch, so the speckle is basically a thing of the past. The screen was made to be paired with the VisionMaster, so it has a high gain at 1.8, it rejects ambient light, and the thin bezel design not only gives it a sleek look, but takes up less space in your room as well, which I'm all for because I have acoustic panels on the sides of my screen. The fan output from the projector stays pretty much consistent on the lowest to highest laser luminance, at least during the period of my testing. From the main seating position, which is about 3.5–4 feet from the projector, it's about 33 dB, give or take, 32 to 33 dB. Projector is at maximum luminance, so that's picking up my voice. So that's the sound of the voice compared to the projector after I go silent. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's definitely an audible sound, especially if you have quieter material being played. Let's see if I can give you a good idea of how these sound. So, laser luminance at 10. And 0. 1. Now going back to 10. And now let's add the RBE to it. This is RBE enabled, going now. Off. On. Off. So even though this video was sponsored by Valerion, so I could bring it to you, these are my personal opinions from testing and comparing the projector. And I can say I'm honestly impressed by the performance of the VisionMaster Max, because it takes what the VisionMaster Pro 2 has built so far and built on that. So introducing new features like the adjustable iris, the anti-RBE, and all of that. More home theater centric features. And in a room like this, it's definitely appreciated. Like, you know, using the adjustable offset to line it up perfectly with my screen so I don't have to do any kind of keystoning. That is really good, because then I get to keep all the light focused on the screen and not waste any on the edges. Safe to say that this projector moves way beyond just the lifestyle projector segment and is definitely at home in a home theater. I think purpose built for a home theater, using all the benefits of a lifestyle projector. So it's still flexible and has multiple use cases, but when it's placed in a home theater, that's when I think it truly shines. If I was in the market right now for one of these projectors, then I would definitely go for the Max if I had a home theater, because those home theater centric features, but also the additional brightness. I believe a projector should be as bright as possible, because that's just the kind of picture I like, especially, you know, bright, punchy, and all of that with specular highlights here and a low black floor. And this one, the Max, has all of that. Don't get me wrong, the Pro does too, just not as much as the Max. And given the choice between them both, I would take the Max. I don't think the change and the improvements is enough to upgrade from the Pro to the Max, unless the theater-centric features really speak to you. But if it's just, you know, a brightness output you're looking for, then I don't think the jump is big enough for or to justify that upgrade, at least not to me. The projector also has dynamic tone mapping functionality, of course, and the performance is similar to the Pro 2, so I didn't feel the need to cover it in this video. So if you want to see how it performs with like high nit content as well as HDR10 and Dolby Vision content, then you can check out the video I made a while back on the Pro 2, because the performance is very similar. Exact, really. It runs Google TV like the rest of the VisionMaster line, and the OS is quick and responsive. So when you press buttons, it changes, menus pop up and all of that. So there's no concern with the speed or usability of the OS. All your smart apps are available, so you don't even need a streaming box. So the projector is, I think, a very well contained entertainment device. Pre-orders for the VisionMaster Max are open now until November 2nd, and if you deposit $100 right now with your pre-order, then that will give you $1,000 off the MSRP price. Yeah, I know, crazy. And if you deposit $200, then that gives you additional benefits. I think the next benefit is free 3D glasses, and so on and so forth. So I've left links in the description for you to check out and pre-order one for yourself using the code below. But yeah, this has been a very enjoyable test, because the Valerion is definitely a high-end projector at an affordable price, and I'm glad to have it in my home theater, and I am certainly going to watch a lot of movies on this thing. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been your friendly neighborhood villain man saying be safe and peace.